Seriously?
Um,
That's really scary.
they actually ended up being really, really cool. We were old, we were old bogies back then.
The old guys.
So, and they were, damn man. I mean, they would bring their guitars and stuff over. They had a band, and
Nice.
I'd had a band. I don't remember what you call it, a band.
A bunch of people with
Hey.
guitars.
So they would come over, and we had like their recording equipment because I had the Tascam 4-track and 8-track and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And there would be like 20 of them come over.
In one little house.
It was all the girlfriends. It was
Everyone,
So,
basically, it was a concert.
so dude, there's actually times, and you can ask Tina. We're in the front area, the front living room of the house, and I got them all set up and recording. And there's like, it's just like a concert photo. I mean, there's people with lighters. One of the greatest. I wish I had this recording today. Was they were doing Stone Temple Pilots, maybe Creep or something, and they're doing like the acoustic version, and the 30 people that are sitting around there. Of course, there's like 3 joints going each fucking way.
Like every other concert in the world.
Yeah.
Like any other day.
So as I'm recording it and that kind of stuff, I mean, it's just like this perfect live acoustic version because everybody's singing. Oh, it's great. So Land's End. So that's where the audio video thing we started, and it was. Oh, Lord, that's how to say this. It was very much that. Very much that. But I was the old guy, and I kind of had a little bit of experience.
Just a little, huh?
And all these guys that wanted to go out and so they took cameras out and we started shooting bands. Your band's up, you're playing, you need a DVD, we shoot the band, we make you a DVD.
Yo, man, hook me up.
Dude, it worked out so well because we weren't trying to be like the guys that film Cheaters. Are you fucking kidding me?
I love Cheaters. Come on, that's
It
so
is pretty
scarily
entertaining. You
obvious.
gotta
I'm not saying
admit.
it's not entertaining, but the guys that like edit it, oh my god, they grew up like I taught them. Damn.
Damn.
They just found somebody to pay for it.
Damn. But it was all these young guys, and they went out, and so we kind of got to just kind of oversee it. And they had the vision, dude, for like 8-9 years. We just kicked ass for all the way down the radio station, and then the guys that were running it for me got old, and I got even older. So it just didn't work anymore. But so you guys sitting around the table. It's 2000 and seriously 13.
Yeah.
We survived the apocalypse.
I know.
Go us.
2013. That's ridiculous. So,
The world didn't end. We're still stuck here.
and you guys just carry on. We carry on.
So,
Keep
all right,
calm, carry on.
team, break. After that motivational speech. Now
love
that
that.
Clark had his 16 minutes, we'll have our 16.
So Saturday. When did you guys start this morning?
Like when we
Noon?
wake up?
Oh, I woke up at
11:45.
like 8:30.
Well,
Yeah.
but the group had to come together at some point.
I knew.
Oh,
Noon.
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 Adam planned it
We've
for
been
us.
running since noon.
What took place?
Graduation.
Went to graduation. Our friend,
For
beautiful, powerful Rachel Jen.
Powerful Rachel Grant, really?
Now,
Powerful
wait,
when she
now,
drinks.
but now she's Miss Prosser.
She's been
Miss-
Miss Prosser for like 2 years now.
I think she's
still Rachel Gent.
She's Gent Prosser.
No, she won't take his name.
graduation from what?
UNT, University of North Texas.
Oh, college
Sociology.
Sociology
Yes.
degree.
Yeah.
She has a future in HR.
She
actually.
has a future.
Yes.
She's
she's-
better than the rest of us.
She's not
unfortunately.
sitting around a table talking.
She
Hoping
doesn't
for the
sit around
best.
a table. She sits on a couch and gets drunk. Come on now.
She's not sitting around a
So
table.
yeah, we
She's
did.
got a lot of notepads.
We love her.
So yeah, we sat through graduation.
That was boring.
Well, she's
Um,
married to a brewer. He wants to be a brewer. So
Yeah.
Oh, no,
they're
this
very
is a
into
good man
the
to know.
drum.
Milwaukee brewer. I mean, we have brewer. What?
Like beer
brewer of man beer.
Man beer.
Man, beer.
This
So,
man-
Stouts.
so there's that. So
All beer.
there's like a category that's man beer.
It's his
Yes.
category. It's.
So
I don't like it,
so
so it's only for men.
is there women beer?
Which means it's good
Yes.
beer because I don't like it.
Is there women beer?
There's women beer. There's
Smirnoff.
Bud Light. It's water.
No, Men drink
Smirnoff is only woman beer because it's rape beer.
Gay rape beer.
It's got the higher content. It
What's
tastes
some more of
better.
those? Those Island Breeze, like adult Capri Sun things.
Yeah,
Oh, Mike's
yeah.
Lemonade.
Mike's
like,
Lemonade.
Mike's Hard
That's
Lemonade.
woman beer.
Because I piss more alcohol content than that thing has. Like,
Yeah, and you also drink whiskey straight. So
Right.
again, I piss more alcohol than that content has. So.
Are we live right now?
yeah,
Going?
we're
Are we
rolling.
Going off this list?
So let's see here. I told him we need topics, so really,
Yeah.
Can you read that? Because
these are the topics that I have.
welcome to our Samuel Adams fueled topics.
So
And he throws it away.
2013.
Really? Is that how you're gonna do
One
me?
of the biggest,
that face. You can't see it, but that face.
one of the biggest topics, as you guys are, I don't want to say growing up, but growing up, the U.S. and Afghanistan. We've been over there since.
Forever.
This is slowly turning into an interview.
So we've been over there forever. As we talked about out here earlier today, one of the big things going on in the country right now is an ammo shortage. And
Yeah.
the ammo shortage basically comes down to we've spent so many years in Iran, Afghanistan. The military basically ran out of ammunition. So,
I mean-
so we had to have So what I want to know is, do you guys think about that? I mean, is that any part of your everyday life?
I haven't even heard of that. I
Yeah,
have
that was
no
So-
idea.
I mean,
the-
well,
us being at Afghanistan, we're being asked to leave, and then all
We
of
were
a sudden,
asked to leave when we showed up.
Right.
now they're trying to grant us like 9 bases in Afghanistan. So we've been over there for about 12, 14 years. God, that sucks.
yeah.
So you
Building
guys are-
sandcastles
You guys are growing up. There's troops.
everywhere.
Well, no. Let's talk about Afghanistan. There's troops over there in Afghanistan, all that kind of stuff. I mean, do you guys even think about that?
I mean, well, yeah, I have.
On a semi-daily basis. I mean, do you guys think about how long you had people over there in Afghanistan?
You really don't until you meet the people who
Yeah.
have been personally affected by it. You'll meet people, and my son's been over there 3 times. 6 years, 4 times, 8 years. Because they do 1 to 2 year tours. And you meet those people. Those are the people you recognize. Those are the people you kind of see it through. You watch the news; it's very jaded. But you meet the people whose son, daughter is over there, and might die for your ability to actually stand around and even talk about it.
Right. Hey, I totally understand where you're getting from, or where you're coming from there. I can't hear you anymore. Let's do that. Get over that. So. Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Okay, here we go.
Found you again.
You need some duct tape.
We has plenty. Don't knock over the computer. We'll duct tape that bitch down too.
I took a chair. There's too much hiding.
Get your big chair.
Yeah.
There.
We're good.
Are you
So,
sure? Because I don't want you falling over. I will laugh at you.
That was like
Oh,
a
that's
great
okay.
politically correct answer, Mabel. I mean, that was
Well,
profound.
when you do
but,
hair for people, you have to learn political correctness.
Well,
or you piss
but-
bitches
but-
off.
But I mean, seriously, you guys are at the house.
Well, another
You're,
stand.
you're chilling. I mean, don't lie to me. You don't think about troops being in Afghanistan.
See, I don't.
11 years. Don't lie to me.
No.
Because I don't. I don't.
I don't think about it,
All
but
day at work.
probably because I'm a cynical bastard.
That's very true.
Yeah. And
Adam hates everything and everyone. You'll learn.
It's true.
We love him for
It's
it.
true.
Though.
I
Angry
just feel
cat, that's
I
his
feel
cat.
like it's something that's completely out of my control anyway. It's completely out of the American public's control. It's something that runs so deep that we have no power over, and the upper hands are just gonna do what they want to do. So what the fuck does it matter
Well,
to worry about
There's
it?
also that whole other point of view. Like I have friends that are getting back. They're done with their first tour.
I mean, that's
and they're
true.
getting
I
back.
definitely feel for the people that are out there and that are having to fucking deal with it, but at the same time, I mean, it's just not something I think about on a daily basis.
No, it's definitely not. Like, every once in a while I'd see them like on Facebook or something, and I'd just pop in, hey, how you doing? You doing all right over there? Where you at now? This and that. But
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
it's
I mean,
not an everyday thought.
I know people that have gone over there and that have been over there, and you worry about them and you hate the situation, but at the same time, one, they chose to do it, so you can only wish them the best and hope the best and hope they come back. But
Hope they come back in one piece.
yeah,
All right, so here's why I love being the producer of the show. So right now, like Walking Dead and zombie shows, that's the number one thing on the planet. Right?
Love them.
Right? I mean,
World War Z.
World War Z, zombie apocalypse.
The
Have you guys
Walking
noticed
Dead,
in
I
the
mean,
poster of World War Z, there's a cat falling out of the picture?
That's awesome. That's
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
awesome.
Is that yet?
I think it was on Chive or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
cat
hilarious.
falling out of the picture?
So,
yeah,
so
Hope it's a zombie cat.
Yeah, it's a helicopter like flying up, and there's like zombies climbing to the top, but at the very top there's people falling, and there's actually a figure of a cat in there. If you look for it, it's actually really hilarious if you can find it, and it's at my work, so I've been looking for it every time I'm by. I'm like,
Zombie
Kitty, Kitty.
Kitty!
it's the next new comic. So does that bother you? Because they're making a big deal about this in the press and stuff. That Zombieland,
What about the TV?
Walking Dead,
Just about there being so many TV shows about it.
Well, and what they're saying is that it shows that we're a depressed society.
Well, fuck yeah! Look at the economy. Look
Well,
at
I mean, not
everything
even that.
that's going
There's a
on.
movie coming out right now, or coming out very soon. It's basically one night a year,
Oh,
everything is allowed. You are allowed to go out and murder somebody.
The Purge is.
All
That's a
The
little too
Purge.
much, but it sounds awesome.
One night a year. It's called, yeah, they call it the Purge. One night a year from dusk till dawn.
It's like the
All
Hunger
law.
Games nationwide.
Yes, all law is suspended. So
Oh,
you can
shit.
sit there. If
Talk
they-
about population control.
Yeah, they said they're saying like in the movie crime is at an all-time low of less than 1%. It
Well,
can't
then,
be.
Unemployment is. The
Unemployment is
crime
down.
rise.
Everything's down. Everything's
You know,
working.
that's how they
Everything's
strap
running
the trailer
smoother.
as.
Everyone just get
Population
their
control.
stress out.
Yeah.
Yes, you get to think about. If someone pisses you off, you get to think about for a whole year how
Natural
you're going to
selection.
strangle that person.
Natural selection at its best.
Yes.
Well, let's put it in this.
Have
I would
there
just-
been movies about this before though?
Yeah, but they weren't set in our time. This is present day.
In our time,
Like they're always usually like futuristic or back in the
Our time
past.
to
Okay,
is like
have you ever
5
seen
years
that
away.
trailer? Yeah, because that's pretty futuristic. You ever watch the trailer?
For the trailer I saw was just it was like a neighborhood.
Yeah, but like the equipment they use to lock the, because they have to lock the house down. Is that the point?
Yeah,
of the game?
well, there's
That's the
houses
point
like
of the
that
movie.
now.
Well, the one night a year they have a secure system, and they have to lock the entire house down like they do in Compton kind of situation.
Yeah.
So, and then they
Have
do
you
that-
not seen the zombie house? Have you seen the zombie house? It is 100% impenetrable when it is silt.
What is it like? Treadmills are all around it or something?
All right, so you guys took me down this path. We just landed in horror movies. Someone told me a couple of days ago, Paranormal Activity like 74 is coming out.
4.
No, 6, isn't it?
No, 4 just came out on DVD.
I have to
Okay.
know with
So
the
they're gonna
younger
come out
generation, if you have seen it, that shit actually scared you?
Fuck no. It
No.
is the most hilarious damn thing ever. Get shit-faced drunk, go sit in the front row, and laugh your fucking ass off and piss off everyone around you.
So why did you go though?
Because I love them. Because they're cheesy. They crack me up.
But
But
you
at the
understand
core, that shit fascinates me.
But you understand that they're not made to be cheesy.
Oh, I know. It's supposed to be scary as shit. It's not. See, the movies that get me are the psychiatric thrillers, the ones that fuck with your head. Those are boo movies. Sudden movement, loud bang, jump movies. That's all that. It's not horror. That's not horror. That's shock. That's
Right.
shock factor.
Get you out of your seat.
Yes, it's
Jump.
like
So what you're telling me is that your cerebellum needs to be tickled a little bit.
a little bit.
I mean,
Give it a little French tick.
If the movie,
Yeah,
something
he
to
needs
actually
it
scare
to kind
you
of
and
vibrate
yeah.
on.
if
rub that right
if the
button.
movie,
I love
if the movie ends
Big
and I
red jazz action.
if the movie ends and I'm like, yo, that was a cool movie. It was an alright movie. But if that movie ends and an hour later I'm like, fuck, that was kind of sketchy. That's a scary movie.
That depends on what what state of mind you're in before you
What?
watch the movie. Come on now.
Well, it kind of does, Mabel, but with that state of mind leaves the next day. I mean, we were, and I can't think. It was the Japanese one. It was
The Grudge.
The Grudge.
The Ring.
The
One of
Grudge.
those two.
No, The Grudge.
The Grudge. That movie
So-
scared the living shit out of me.
Well, so me and Tina are sitting there watching it, and I didn't realize when I was growing, I didn't realize the difference between gore and scary little pee-pee. I didn't. So you Friday the 13th. So as I've gotten older, the gore it just doesn't scare me.
No.
And
Well,
I don't want to be
even-
scared. I want to be. So we watched The Grudge, and they're on a subway in a bus. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden she shows up in the window.
Yes.
I didn't want to walk down my hall.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty old guy
See,
at that.
I am so glad that movie scared the living shit out of me.
I did. What? Easy. Back up. Okay, there you go.
That movie scared the living shit out of me.
It did me too, really. I could not. And Tina's the same way. We didn't want to walk down our hall.
Right.
This one right here, we're like,
Right.
oh.
But
See,
let me
shit.
tell you one thing. I had the greatest experience of my life due to that movie. Because I saw it 3 times. My friend Trent, the guy who just got back, he was in the Marines. His mom was assistant manager of a movie theater. So, like, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I was there every Friday. I saw every premiere, every movie that came out. Well, we saw The Grudge like 3 times. And, like, the second or third time we went, we ate pounds of popcorn. Oh, summer breaks.
Was that back in the day when it was actually real life butter and popcorn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have no idea
Oh, my
how
God.
nasty that oil is they put in it. Oh, you don't want to
scares me.
know.
Okay.
And the fact that I have
It's
to ask for the
orange salt.
real popcorn salt. pisses me
Yeah.
off now, really.
The flavored.
I ask for it. Why do I have to add?
Just like regular salt, or you want that crappy orange weird shit?
Well, no, because now they crappy. So you have to actually ask for true pop.
Yeah.
I'm 43 years old. If I want to fucking die or seize up from fucking,
Sodium overload.
I was the 80 movies guy. I was Breakfast Club. Bitch, I was there.
Fuck yeah.
So
yeah.
I want that popcorn right now.
Okay, so back to what I was saying is, like the second or third time, I'm sitting behind this little Asian woman, and it's coming up to that exact fucking scene, because that was the scariest scene in the whole damn movie.
I couldn't want
That-
not down those. That's close. Fuck no, because we closed it to watch the movie. I wasn't walking in the kitchen, let alone down the damn hall. Tina in flashlight, bitch, because she was strapped. We ain't messing with that shit.
But we're sitting there, and I know it's
Strap
coming,
yourself down
and I'm
the
sitting
hall.
there, and he's sitting, my friend Trent's sitting next to me, and he's looking at me, and there's this little Asian lady in front of me, probably, and you know how the seats are, they're stacked, they're stadium seats.
Normal Asian lady.
Little tiny little lady. So you know the stadium seating. So like when you're sitting, her head's probably like a foot and a half below where my top of my head is. Well, it's coming up to that scene, and right as it comes, I scream and kick the back of her seat, and her head becomes level with my head. She was at least a solid foot out of her chair, jumped, and bolted. I mean, bolted. Greatest moment of my life.
That is a whole $8 wasted.
That was hilarious.
No, the worst part of that movie was the shower scene where she's coming out of the back of the
I
head.
agree.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that gets
God.
worse when you do people's hair, and that's what their head feels like.
Gross.
You actually like rub the back of their head, and they have those like bumps, and it's kind of like a
Yeah.
braid kind of situation. No, people's heads feel like this.
See,
Working
I've just,
with the public is fun.
no matter if it's just comedic effect or what, I've completely sworn off horror movies because I live alone now. I don't
have
want.
to walk down that hallway.
Yeah,
at night.
exactly.
He does.
I do not want any type of influence whatsoever.
I can totally.
But wait, so you're watching one though.
He had before
All right,
he
so
moved in.
you're home tomorrow night and you're watching one.
Yeah.
So, gore gonna scare you? Seeing, we're
No,
just gonna cut
no.
your arm off here.
No, that just grosses me out.
All right.
But,
it's not. You're
it's-
gonna be able to go to sleep.
It's
right?
that's not a problem.
But
It's
that-
the
It's those eyes peeking through that door.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like I remember when what was it, American Werewolf in Paris,
Yeah.
or no, in London. It was when I watched American Werewolf in London. The very end where they actually show the thing, it's in that back alley, and you look and all you see are those red fucking eyes. I was a kid. And I was terrified to walk down the hallway so bad.
Any of y'all ever see House on Haunted Hill?
You can't see
No.
it, but there was a fist bump right there. Well, I'm still trying. Okay, we're good.
House on Haunted Hill?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yes, yeah.
I saw that in theater. I hid behind the seat for the last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was probably 9, scared the living hell out of me.
But it wasn't
that's
blood. It wasn't blood and gore.
It was
just fucked with your mind.
yeah. But back to his little red eye thing. Growing up, I grew up in this trailer park, right? And what backed my trailer park was basically a pasture. It was a dude's pasture. It had a lot of fucking trees though, but not so many trees that you couldn't see to the other road at night.
We should get bring out to sponsor us. Okay.
But not like there was a lot of trees, but it wasn't so thick, like because there was a road that backed it.
It's like wintergreen flavor. What the hell is
It's
that
that's
thing?
Cinnamon.
It's the same thing you smoked, but
It's
it's not
nuts.
strawberry.
Cinnamon.
It's
Yeah.
big red flavor.
It's like big bread, fire and ice.
It literally is fire and ice from that DFW vapor.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah.
almost like the red. Oh, God. Back in the day when I was a
Go
kid.
back to e-cigarettes.
Apparently I need to.
Okay, so but there was
Okay, wait.
a
no,
road.
No, wait. Okay, so.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay,
And go.
so-
Okay, so it wasn't so thick that like there was a road that backed it and you could see like the headlights and stuff. It wasn't like there was a lot of trees, but you could see through. Well, growing up, they always told us there was a witch back there, and she had red eyes, and that's when you knew. And you had it was basically a big circle, and it looked like a giant. It looked like a giant fucking Q, right? If you looked at it from the top, it was a big circle, and there was a little tail that split off, and that whole back area backed those woods. And one of our friends lived on the house at that back area.
Right.
So we're sitting there, and we're just walking back to the house, and all of a sudden, Trent, the guy, the big military, he's a Marine now, and he sees something and swears up and down that's the witch. Well, everyone gets freaked out then. Absolutely everyone. So everyone just bolts into this kid's house at 9 o'clock at night. Streetlights are coming on. Time to get home. His mom flips the freak out, calls every one of our parents. We get in shit all because he saw some red eyes.
Okay, well, let's go with our wood background here. You grew up going to the woods.
Okay, now I grew up on 10 acres
Okay.
in the backwoods of Missouri, half woods, half plain, and I remember.
Did you actually admit that you were from
Shut
Missouri?
up. Yes.
Misery.
Probably
he
close.
does. He
Probably.
is so effing proud of
And,
it.
and he even added backwoods.
Yes.
Probably somewhere
Yes.
around Meth Mountain. I don't know.
Oh, you
No, but
Missourians.
I remember when I was a kid, I watched a documentary on the chupacabra.
Oh, yeah.
I did not go into the woods for months.
Okay, so am I the only
They're
motherfucker?
right there.
Yeah,
No, I'm not going.
So was I the only motherfucker who was not scared of the woods? Because
No, we weren't scared of the woods. We were scared of what was in the woods.
Yeah.
No, because the woods make noise, guys. Come
Yeah.
on.
No, it's not the noises. It's the flapping wings, the howling, blood-curdling
You never
scream of a
had a
chupacabra.
You never had the bat fly at your head.
Yes, I have had a bat fly at my head, and it was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, we used to have bats in Missouri. They were around the
Nasty.
street light. They would always
Nasty
come out at night.
motherfuckers. I laugh when I see girls with like bat tattoos. I'm like, you've never had a bat fly at your head, there, princess. Like, are you dumb? No, bats are nasty.
Well, bats are alright. It's those fucking spiders.
No, bats are nasty.
They don't bother me.
Hello?
So,
Hi.
I'm not sure. Oh, there I am.
Yay.
Yay.
I
I'm telling you, duct tape that shit.
we
So
had
Clark,
no-
you
So the
grew
first-
up in the backwoods. How do you feel about bats and then
Well-
the Blair Witch Project? How the noises scared the city kids?
Okay. You asked me like two questions there.
Okay, well, we're laying
Blair-
them out. So we're
Blair-
talking about bats first.
Well, no, let's go with Blair. Blair
Blair
Witch
Witch.
Project
Let's go with old Blair.
was awesome. I mean, what? A
Was it awesome
complete
because you
brilliant
lived in the
brain cell.
woods?
it was.
And you weren't scared of that kind of shit.
No.
I moved from here in 1984. We went from here to Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know if you know about Asheville, North Carolina,
My
but it's in
uncle
the
lives
middle of the
next to
Smoky
Asheville.
Mountains. Forest, fuck me, forest.
Forest fucking forest.
No, there's mountain people out there because my uncle lives out there.
Oh, I
Mountain
worked
people.
at one of the big grocery store chains. I can hear that, by the way. Hello. There you go. One of the big grocery store chains. It was called Ingles. So that was one of my first jobs. I was a bag boy. Back when you could make tips, biatches.
Right.
There was those people that like 2 or 3 days before Thanksgiving. Still, this was 1984. Came down out of the mountains once a year to buy their shit. Beverly Hillbillies, Jed Clampett. But the thing about it was, you took their shit out and they would tip you $100.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
That's a lot. That's a lot of pelts, man.
They were selling moonshine leather.
Word.
So we moved up there, and this is, I'm a horrible person. Not gonna lie.
Aren't we all?
We talked about this earlier. I swear it's on tape. There wasn't dick to do where I grew up, so we walked. A lot of woods. We were in a neighborhood, but there was 4 or 5 acres
Between
yeah.
each, yeah, that's how mine was.
So all the kids, we'd get together and we'd walk.
Forever.
So the young chicks in the neighborhood, we would take them into the woods.
Yeah.
There was some pretty fucking scary woods. That's for another show. Actually, we've done this like 15 years ago. We'll go to archives and do that, like to start your next show or something. But some scary ass woods, we'd take them in there and intentionally,
Scare them.
It wasn't a seance, it was a seance.
Bow,
Bow, bow. But
There's more to that song.
yes.
Relly is
We
a
just wrote it. Did you not hear it?
Relly is
Copyrighted
the
right there.
Hell.
Relly is the preview porno man. He doesn't get far past that.
I saw something from DeFranco. You guys were talking about it earlier.
The 70
It-
minutes
it's
of
like-
porn is like 100 gallons of ice cream with no refrigerator. I love
It's
that quote.
just ridiculous. Why do we need 70 minutes of porn?
No. You could do just fine with a 5-minute preview.
5
See?
minutes. It's like 2 minutes and 13
Relly.
seconds. Are you kidding me?
I like to take my time and enjoy it. Light some candles. Put some lotion on. Lavender.
Do you not do it with lotion? Like, you just spit on yourself? That'd be awkward.
No.
Just dry rub it.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It just
All right.
means you don't know how to do it right.
So here we go.
I make my own moisture, thank you.
And at this point, we leave. Take 2, take 2, take 2.
What are you talking about? We just got to the interesting part.
It's like 27 minutes. You guys were rocking.
That's forever.